people can write in this life. People can write. Love never keeps a man from achieving his personal legend. Hey. Hello. Hi guys, welcome to Let's Toast to Knowledge. My name is Ololade Oge and I am your host. Now, if you're just new to this channel, welcome. Here is me giving you a virtual hug. And if you're a returning subscriber, hi, hey fam. So if you don't know, LTTK is just a platform where I get to share what I'm learning because I'm very passionate about learning. And for that reason, I want to talk to you about it. I like to learn about my culture, society, how to become a better person. I want to learn more from books that I read. And of course, I'll be sharing what I'm learning about my walk with God. That being said, in today's episode, I'm just going to be doing a book review. Can I just have some drink, please? Yes. So, I'm going to be doing a book review because for a fact, I have read that particular book twice within a short period of time. Like if it were to be a movie, yes, I understand because, you know, sometimes movies are just really lit. For example, The Avengers, I can see The Avengers again and again and again and again. But for books, you have to really catch my attention before I can read it more than once. And there is one of such books. And I think you will learn a lot from that book as well. That's why I'm doing a review of the book. If you're wondering what the title of that book is, dun, 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 dun. So the title of the book is The Alchemist, written by Paulo Coelho. I'm not even sure that I pronounced the name properly, but hey, it's what it is, okay? And I really don't want to do a spoiler alert, so I'm not really going to go into much details of that book, but I just really want to talk about 3 things that I find very enlightening in a good book. You know, like for a book to stand out, there are 3 elements. The first is strong opening. Like for me to really enjoy a book, you have to catch my attention in the first chapter. It's just the same with a movie. Like you have to make sure that you get the attention of your audience in the first, you know, like 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, so that I can stick to the storytelling, you know what I mean? And for that book, the opening was just so fantastic. And that's why I'm like, that guy can write. The second is storytelling. And I think this is like maybe the most important aspect or element of a good book. The fact that a story can have compelling characters in the sense that you as a reader can see yourself in such a character, right? And I think this is where I introduced the plot of the story of the book. The book is about a shepherd boy called Santiago, who had been having recurring dreams about a particular treasure of his waiting for him somewhere. And at some point he had to just, you know, leave his family and just go in search of his treasure. And along the way he encountered so many challenges, but hey, he found his treasure eventually and learned so many lessons. And for me, as I was reading that book, I saw myself in the boy. And if you read the book too, you probably will agree with me that storytelling was really, really on point. The fact that I was able to empathize with the boy, Santiago, I was able to see myself in him because sometimes I feel like, man, I'm on my own journey into becoming a better person. And along the way, I encounter challenges, I learn a lot, and I move on, you know, into becoming that greater person that I was destined to become. And that for me was like the highlight of the book. The third element that makes a good book is a memorable writing style. Now, I'm not an author, but I know that, you know, when you have a strong dialogue, when I am able to take some things from that book and keep it in my heart as a quote, as a memorable event that happened, then the dialogue and the writing style is like really, really great. And from here, I'm going to be drawing some 5 quotes that I learned from the book. And I strongly believe that if I tell you those quotes and I try to explain it in my own words, you will probably agree with me that that book is really good. Even though it's a novel, you know, it tells so many depths that you are like, people can see, people in this life, people have talent, because the way the author coined the story and, made me go into the story with him, I was like, people can write in this life. Let's just get right into the quotes, right? So the first one is, people learn early in life what is their reason for being. People learn early in life what is their reason for being. And then as I was reading the book, I just saw myself in my young days. When I was growing up, I always knew that I wanted to talk. I could talk. Like, when somebody say, I can talk you to death, not death, but like, I like to talk. I like to communicate with people. I really like to make friends. And, I just knew that communication was a valid part of my life. And here we are today. I'm not yet doing the most, but hey, I'm doing something. I'm communicating with you, right? And you're listening to me, you're watching me, and I believe I'm also engaging you. You know what I mean? But like, it just made me realize that the book really taught me a lot about how when I was growing up, I wanted to be this, and now I am actually doing what I love to do. And so that's why that book really deeply resonated with me. And you to think about it, like maybe you have not yet achieved your dreams, but some of you have that tendency. Just keep pushing. Whatever it is that you want to do, I believe that you can actually do it and become it. You just keep, pushing yourself, and then you'll get there. The second quote is, love never keeps a man from achieving his personal legend. Hey. See, I've heard of experiences where people feel like for them to get married to this person or remain in a relationship with this person, they have to let go of their dreams. That's rubbish, rather in Yoruba. That doesn't make any sense. And as you will see, the book just even reinforced that idea that love cannot keep you from pursuing your personal legend. In fact, if you're in a relationship with someone who deeply cares about you, the person will be willing to support you in achieving your God-given dreams. And for me, that book, when I read that part, I was like, this one is deep, And here's the context in the book, right? So the boy, along his journey, fell in love with one girl. He met her and he was like, this is my treasure. I'm abandoning the whole thing that I've been suffering and struggling to accomplish, and I'm just going to get married to you, Fatima. And then Fatima was like, no, go in search of your treasure. I will wait for you. Go and come back. And if it is meant to be, it will be. You know what I mean? Like, and so imagine if Fatima was like, you must marry me, or leave your treasure, leave everything that you've worked so hard to get and stick with me, because some people are actually like that. But that's not true love. And that's why for me, the book was, think about it now. If you're in a relationship where the person is telling you that you cannot do this because you are in a relationship with them, take your legs and waka, I beg. The third quote that I will be talking to you guys about is, before a dream is realized, the soul of the world tests everything that we have learned along the way. And for me, it just made me think about all the challenges that I have faced, Side gist, before I read this book, I thought that the alchemist meant like the sorcerer or something like that. But in that book, the alchemist is someone who changes or turns lead into gold. The alchemist was just explaining to the boy that before he's able to accomplish his dreams or get to his treasure, he's going to encounter so many challenges. And those challenges are there to make sure that he's learning, so that when he gets to his treasure, he can always look back and realize that, man, he learned a lot of lessons. So he did not just accomplish his goal, but he took some valid lessons along that journey towards, getting that goal accomplished. And for me, at the moment, I think everybody already has challenges in this life, but challenges at the end of the day make us stronger, they make us better, and all of that. So if you're going through something really tough right now, trust me, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. This is like a cliche quote, but it is actually true. Like, rain does not follow the year now. Rain comes, sunshine comes afterward. You know what I mean? The fourth quote from that book that I remember vividly is, the one thing that stops us from achieving our dreams or our goals is the fear of failure. And for me, that one was very personal. So here is the context. The boy met the alchemist, right? And the alchemist was going to help him to locate his treasure. Along the way, they ran into some men who wanted to kill them, right? So the alchemist told the men that the boy is going to do something supernatural in exchange for letting them leave, because the men were going to kill the two of them, right? The alchemist told the people there that the boy was going to turn himself into the wind, like the wind. And the boy had never done it before. He didn't even know the power that he had, right? And the boy was like, how can you say that I will turn myself into the wind? Who is going to do that? And then here the alchemist was like, the only thing that stops us from achieving our goals or attaining our dream is the fear of failure, because the boy already thought he was going to fail, that he did not know how to do it. Anyway, long story short, the boy did turn himself into the wind, and not only did he save both their lives, he also got some gold. And this is an encouragement to you. Like, fear is nothing except you amplify it. So if you think that you cannot do something, you're the only limitation. If you keep trying hard, if you believe in yourself, I mean, it's not only about believing in yourself. Of course, you have to also work. You have to do something, right? But if you don't fear failure, then success is along the line. You know what I mean? I think at this point we should just do a toast. Okay, and the fifth and final quote can be drawn from this context, right? So when the alchemist and the boy were going, you know, they met a monk, and I think the monk helped them in some sort of way, right? And after the alchemist had already tested that the boy had learned all his lessons and was worthy of being shown how to turn lead into gold, the alchemist actually did turn lead into gold and broke it's like a big piece of gold into 4 parts, and gave the monk a piece of that gold and told him, hey, this is yours, accept it. And the monk was like, no, this is too much, it goes well beyond my generosity. And the alchemist was like, don't say that again. In Yoruba, ma so be mo. Ewo. And then he goes on to say that life might be listening and give you less next time. And for me, in my own understanding, I believe it to be that the alchemist was telling him that you should accept the blessings that you receive. Because some of us, we try to be very modest. Somebody will give us blessing, you say, this one is too much. It's not too much. If they've given you, it's your own to keep. Accept it, but don't hoard it. You can also be a blessing to other people as well. But when God blesses you, accept the blessings, be thankful for that opportunity, and move on. Okay? So with these few points of mine, I hope I have been able to convince and not confuse you that here is why you should read The Alchemist. And of course, if you are not really into reading books, the good thing about this book is it's short and it's a story, it's a novel. So it's not like all those inspirational or motivational books where they say, here are the ways to do this. Like, it's a story, so you immerse yourself in that story. But not only do you do that, you're also able to learn a lot along the line of reading that book. And that's why I recommend you to read it if you like to, gain some knowledge here and there from reading books. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your community. And I look forward to speaking to you guys next time. And until then, let's toast to knowledge. Bye-bye.